Hello, and welcome to the next video. In this video, I'm going to be talking about an experience I had in Osaka, Japan when I first moved there. As I mentioned in prior videos, and I'll go ahead and call this the newspaper girl experience. As I had mentioned in prior videos, when I had first moved to Osaka, I stayed in a guest house for the first 3 weeks, which probably were 2 weeks too long, but I wanted to make sure I found a good place. So because of that, I got to interact and talk with the people in my guest house for a period of time. And there was usually a gathering area, like they had a kitchen, a common living room area, and most people gather at that kitchen dining room table that were next to each other and just kind of hang out, read, get on the internet, whatever. More so than the living area. Living area, I think they would teach classes every so often. Anyhow, there was one night, I don't know if I worked that day or had the night off or whatnot, but I remember sitting there, maybe having a drink or a snack, along with another expat, and we saw this Japanese girl, college student, sit down. She had a Japanese newspaper in her hand, puts it down, has a notebook, and also we see a book, amongst the things. And we see her looking at the newspaper, and every so often going in this book, looking, and then maybe writing something down, and then back to the newspaper. We see this go on during the course of our time there. This is probably over a, 20-minute period. Until at a certain point, one of us, I forget if it was I or the other person, said to her, "What are you reading?" It's like, "Oh, just the newspaper." "Yeah, but you look at the news. We've noticed you looked at the newspaper, and then you write something down, and then you look at that book. What's that book about? Is this like homework or something you have to do?" She says, No. I'm just reading the Japanese newspaper, but there's certain words I don't know. So this other book is my dictionary, so I look up these words in the dictionary, and then I'll write them down, because they're words I rarely see. I just kind of looked at, the other expat, and I just kind of looked at each other, like, "How old are you?" She says, "Oh, I believe she was 20 or 21 at the time." We said, "You're this age, you're a college student, right?" "Yes." How is it that you have to constantly look up words in the dictionary as a college student in Japan, which is your native country? How do you not know these words?" And she says, "No, there's a lot of words I just don't know, or and / characters, because a lot of it is kanji, romaji, hiragana, katakana, all these 4 or 5 different writing systems all squeezed together. That's the complexity of the Japanese language." And she was saying, "No, there's just a lot of stuff I just don't know, even at my age." And I said, now the reason why, in case others don't understand this when they watch this video, the reason why the expats, the Western expats, were surprised at this was it's one of the things we're told when we're very young, and you see it and you experience it. Newspapers, at least in the West, are made so that someone in high school or younger can pick it up and read it. Now, there's always going to be a few specialized words, but for the most part, you can read it and you'll understand it. It's made, not to be so academic or so complex or overly complex that somebody can't pick up the newspaper and understand it. So when we're watching this local not having that experience, with the newspaper in her own language while in her own country at college age, it was just kind of shocking that, wow, Japanese is so complex that even their newspaper, locals have a hard time reading it and understanding it because of its complexity. Now I didn't ask her have you heard these words, and maybe just didn't see the character and that's what's going on. I didn't ask that. I probably should have. But I'm going to assume that it was a case of just never heard this word before, never seen the character before. Oh, what is this? Oh, okay, I got it. So, pretty amazing, I know, right? Anyway, that's the newspaper girl story. Hope you enjoyed it. See you in the next video.